Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Katie and I do finance and lifestyle videos, and today I'm going to be talking about things to negotiate that is not your salary. I made a very similar video to this, and that's how I doubled my salary very fast, so I will link it above in case you're interested in it. But let's get into the video. If you guys are new here, don't forget to subscribe. I make weekly videos. So when we're talking about negotiations, a lot of people usually just think about salary, like how can I get more money? How can I get more money? Which is really important. You know, we all want to make as much money as we personally can. There are other things that you can negotiate that may actually be just as important as the salary. The first thing that you can try to negotiate is the start date. So this is really important, especially if you're starting a new job and you currently have a job right now, or there's some sort of circumstances where you want to kind of move around the start date. So usually companies, when you're applying for a job, they'll have like a set start date where in their mind, they want you to start. It could be because of different factors, like you're replacing a position and they've had the position open for a while and they need somebody now, or somebody's going on mat leave. I mean, there's a lot of different things, but one thing you can negotiate is the start date. The second thing that you can negotiate is flexible working hours and or remote working. This is actually might be just as important as the salary for some people, and is the ability to have some flexibility. You know, you're a person where a job for all of us is a portion of our life. It's not the entire life. And depending on what your day-to-day lifestyle is, flexible working hours may be useful for you, or remote working at least full-time or parts of the time. And this is something that you can actually negotiate because you have to think about your lifestyle and a job that you're taking. You know, for me, I personally wouldn't take a job at this point in my life just because of what my life looks like that wouldn't allow any sort of remote working. I just don't think it would be conducive for my lifestyle. And so think about if you're able to negotiate that. So flexible working hours is you're allowed to work either the set hours at the company or a little bit of a different hours within like a wider range, as long as you're putting in your standard 8 hours a day. So say for instance, you're at a company where it's 9 to 5. Flexible working hours would be 8 to 4, 7 to 3, 10 to 6, something a little bit different. And maybe you have children, maybe because of your commute, you want to leave earlier in the morning and come back earlier to miss traffic or to pick up your kids from school. There's a lot of different reasons. Same with remote. If you're traveling, you know, your commute is 2 hours a day each way, or you just think that you get more work done at home. Or for you, work-life balance is being able to work at home sometimes. Flexible working hours and remote working is definitely something you should negotiate if it's important to you. Next thing that you can negotiate is relocation or moving expenses. This is something I see pretty often, at least from colleagues of mine, friends and family that have to move for a job. I mean, if you're in the same city, that might be a little bit of a hard thing to sell. But if you're taking a job in a new country, a new state, a new city, a new province, wherever you're going, ask if there's any relocation expenses that they can give you. You taking this job is uprooting your life, and that means you might have to move, you're going to a new state, and do they have any expenses that they can pay for? Some of the expenses could be, you know, they'll pay a certain amount of money for your living expenses when you first get there. So a portion of your rent, they'll pay for your movers or a plane ticket. These are different things that some companies have offered before, but definitely ask. You should always ask for some of these things, maybe not all of them, but a couple of them, because if you don't ask, the answer is always no. The next thing you should try to negotiate is additional PTO. So PTO is paid time off or sick days, usually depending on the company that you're with. I like how I say usually depending on the company that you're with. That's like opposite statements. Different companies use their days off banks in different ways. Some make them separate, like sick days and vacation days. Some just give you like a lump sum of days, but try to negotiate more days off. You know, if you can't negotiate your salary, this is a great other way. If you're just being offered standard 2 weeks off, can you get 3 weeks? Can you just get 15 days instead of 14 days? Negotiating the number of days off is really great, because if you're not able to negotiate your salary, at least you can negotiate the amount of time being at work. Next thing to try to negotiate is a transportation subsidy. This is really common, and what I've been seeing a trend upwards of just companies giving you a certain amount of money each month that you can put towards your transportation, either covering it all or up to a certain amount. So if you take the metro, the subway, a train, a car, however you commute to work, a company will either pay entirely for your commute or they'll max it out at a certain amount. And what I've seen is pretty common is they'll calculate your route. So you just have to submit, like, say your metro ride or your subway ride, and they'll put it on your subway card up to a certain amount of money. But if they don't offer this, this is a great way to get some money back. And usually companies don't own the buildings, they they rent it. And so there's a separate building agency or owner that charges the renters for parking. And so you actually have to pay for a parking pass. Or are they able to give you a parking pass if you're driving? Are they able to pay for a portion of your metro ticket? That's a really great thing to try to negotiate. Next thing that you can try to negotiate is professional development. This is one of my favorite things to try to negotiate, because you could actually get yourself more certified, more prepared for your next job by your current job. And this could be a lot of different things. This could be attending certain seminars or conferences. This could be doing certain courses like getting your CPA, or this could be tuition reimbursement. So if you're at a company for a certain amount of years, will they pay for your complete tuition or a couple courses if you're going to complete a degree that's like relative to your job? So ask for this, because this is really great, because you can spend it as, you know, if you get certified or do some courses, it will be beneficial to your company in X way. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give me a like and subscribe, and let me know if you have negotiated any of these things, if it's worked out in your favor or not. Tell me what happened, or if there's other things that you thought of that I didn't mention here. You know, some of my friends have tried to negotiate like dog walkers. I don't know, let me know if you guys have done that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.